final boss battle music.
Well, if politics is your final boss battle, um, so yeah, you all were just waking up, and uh, Kaz woke up and took some damage from a horrible disease that he had, and then Baz came in and healed Kaz's sickness, and Crash was just sitting on the edge of her bed the whole time that everyone was out shopping, and she was just um like having PTSD about everything that's happened to her, and
Sure.
stuff that was in the dungeon reminded her of or stuff that was in the catacombs reminded her of other things that she had gone through, and she was just like processing. um and so yeah, the group woke up. Baz healed Kaz, and you all are there in the morning, and before you went to bed and before you went shopping, you had talked to Valentis and the prince, and told them to go ahead and convene the Council of the Blooded. And Valentis said that he would put together an emergency session of the Council of the Blooded for this very morning that you are awakening. So the last day was spent basically getting ready for that. And you wake up, and you get the idea that you have a little bit more morning time to chat with each other and get prepared uh before it's time for the Council of the Blooded presenting and defending evidence that you've discovered that the queen is evil. So some food arrives, some eggs and haunches of goose. Goose don't have haunches, but haunches of goose. Platters arrive at your hallway, placed in front of your doors. So you're able to wake and eat and interact.
Ez would open the door, pick up his plate, and start munching down immediately. After the whole sickness thing, he's just got like a huge appetite right now.
Hmm. Um,
No
what the-
longer affected
Should
by
we-
death dog disease.
Nope.
Should we check on Crash? Is he okay?
Oh yes, I forgot about her. Yes.
Would this be a long rest since the catacombs?
Yeah.
All right,
Good.
cool.
I just changed all my spells.
Yeah, Miki is out of her winter form and she's back in her normal autumn form.
This is still the same day that I healed Kaz, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You-
I just wanted to make sure I should still have a spell slot missing.
Oh yeah.
You're
And
still missing a spell slot because he woke up and got hurt, and then you went in and cured him.
Yeah.
uh, Kazdor would gently knock on Crash's door.
There's
So you
like a 2 second delay, and then it's just like, ah. Uh,
Oh,
Longer delay. Door opens. Hi.
hello.
Bacon?
No, what time is
Oh.
it?
Bacon time.
Uh,
It is bacon time.
Morning.
it's morning.
Shit.
You want
All
a
right.
goose? Apparently they have haunches of goose. I didn't know that was a thing.
Me neither.
Oh, the innovation of goose haunches.
Mhm.
Dear
Another-
God. We'll see. Yeah. I'll try a little bit. Give me like a platter, something.
Mm.
See if I can stomach breakfast.
I hand you a haunch of goose, and I
Are
see
you-
they have like orange juice, so I hand you that.
Are you
Alright.
feeling better?
Yeah. Sort of just
Are you
brain tuned off
lying?
for a minute. Would I tell you if I was lying?
Yes, I like to think so.
No, I am not lying.
So my guilt trip did not work. I will switch to another tactic.
Okay.
Bold of you to enhance your strategy. You must be quite confident. Oh yes, speaking of which,
Hmm.
how was your date, Vasnik? Crash. Vasnik just like got a date with a very lowly woman from
What?
the
Bethnick, you
yes.
got a date?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm,
she gave me the shield for
Mhm.
cheap,
Huh.
and so I went and had dinner.
mm.
Oh, okay. I thought she gave it to you on your date and she asked you to
No,
pay.
they it was okay. They put pickles on my cheeseburger when I asked for no pickles.
Hmm.
So
Mm.
that kind of ruined it for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
got
that's fair.
cheeseburgers
Yeah.
in Elenia Toth.
Yeah, not a big pickle guy.
Which is quite interesting since you're a druid and pickles are, a vegetable.
Wait, did you eat a meat-based product?
I mean, animals eat meat, so
I
Yeah.
I think
guess.
druids
Okay.
can.
Wait,
Yeah.
but
Look,
you.
guys, I'm not like those hippie druids. I'm a dream druid. I'm a different type of hippie.
All right, that's
Wait,
fine. But back in the catacombs, you didn't want to kill some dogs. Remember the
Well,
dogs?
all dogs go to heaven. And I'm not gonna
Okay,
be the
so that's
reason
all
they
the
end
more
up
reason
there.
to do.
I'm not
What?
gonna be the reason they end up there.
If all dogs go to heaven, then we should put down all dogs so they can enjoy
Yes.
heaven.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I
Because
I
realize
don't agree with that, but
I
I'm not
realize
gonna stop
I
you.
don't really think that.
Are you sure? I think your cat bias is coming into play here.
Look, I don't have cat bias. I didn't want those dogs to be alive specifically. Most dogs are fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, there are no bad dogs.
That's not true.
Casimir
Patently.
looks at his arm that was mangled the other day. Yes. No
Only
bad
bad
dogs.
owners
Oh, yes.
Eh,
and evil spirits and do ne'er do wells.
I mean, if I'm a cat, gnolls are dogs.
No,
True.
they're like hyenas. Hyenas are
Yeah,
not
same
dogs.
difference.
Yeah,
Mm.
they're still of the canine family, I believe. So they're
Yeah,
technically
but they're not
dogs.
dogs.
I guess.
That makes me wonder, can you domesticate a gnoll? Could you
I
just have
mean,
one wandering your
oh, they're
house?
full sentient. That'd be
Yeah,
slavery.
Yeah, I think
they're
that's called
sentient.
slavery.
They are?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
I believe you can, but I believe it's called slavery.
What? But
Yeah, got a
they're
whole history of that
gnolls.
shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Then do you
And
think
I believe this kingdom went through that
Like,
already.
look,
really?
most things we call monsters are just people who really want to kill.
Yes.
You know, it's not like they're not sentient.
But
They're just mean.
Yeah.
okay, I can understand. Yes. Thank you for enlightening me.
I
I
find it
genuinely
so
thought they were
hard to
mindless.
believe, Kaz, that you just didn't know what slavery was.
Oh no, I know quite well what slavery is, but gnolls? I thought they were like animals. Like you just walk around and just eat, sleep, and
Mm.
kill.
I mean, they have a
God.
more
They have like
simplistic
weapons and
view.
shit. I mean, they're not as advanced, I'd say, but they're still like sentient.
Well,
Mm.
but some animals still use tools like rocks to open nuts or maybe even like a mimic. A mimic knows what a chest is and the value of it.
I think that's more instinct. Like, sure,
Mm.
gnolls rely more heavily on instinct, but they have like
Hmm.
I don't know. Is it
thoughts.
not the instinct of humanoids to make society do weird shit?
Oh, are we just animals?
I don't know. Ask Basnek. He's
Well, I'm
the
a
expert.
horse, so yes.
Okay, Basnek definitively an animal.
Mm.
Indubitably. Wait,
Hmm?
does that mean I just had an epiphany? Mickey,
Yes.
are you
Oh,
part
you're gonna.
animal?
Oh,
Because
you
you're
were gonna.
part Fae or Fae Beast or whatever. Are you partially an animal?
I mean, I think technically we're all animals. Like we have to have come from something, but yeah, I don't know if fairies, the fae, technically counts.
Well,
Yes, closer to animals. I don't know, but if you consider fae more animalistic, then I guess.
Yes. You've given me something to ponder over. Thank you.
Mm.
I feel like you have a lot to ponder, guys.
Why, thank you. I do like a little bit of mind teasers every now and again. It keeps my mind going and focused on something.
Mm.
Focus is good.
Yes.
Mm.
So about those quote unquote mind control jewelry that we found in the catacombs, they actually were not any diabolical means at all. We could have put them on. They're actually pretty nice.
Oh shit, I was trying to think. Yeah. Sorry, I dissociated for a full day. Uh yes, mind control gems are fine.
Yeah, and I hold out the circlet.
Mm.
This apparently has a +2 to thunder damage. I'm a l- I have a little bit too much items. I realize that require my concentration on them. Um, Out of character, I realized I accidentally had 4 items that were attunements, and now with the jagged circlet, there's 5.
Oh.
So I'm trying to take care of that.
So you want to give the jagged circlet to Crash?
Yeah,
I
if you
take
have a
it.
use for +2 thunder and lightning damage, you can
I'd
have
be
it.
down. Yeah, I got some thundery spells.
Oh, y'all have attunement things?
I have
Mm.
never owned anything, but I'll take
Actually,
it.
I think the field.
That's probably not true.
I will allow you to have put the crown on her head while she was in her reverie so
Oh
that
God.
wake up attuned to it.
I don't know how I feel about Crash having a crown. Okay. That's cool.
If you look Eve in the interesting items channel, there's a picture of a girl wearing this cool looking twisty tiara thing.
All right. Yeah, I'm into it.
So I think it kind of fits. I think it fits with her aesthetic.
I think so.
Um,
Pretty serendipitous. All right.
so yeah, we can say that you attuned to that overnight because Miki snuck in and put it on your brow. And Miki, which 3 things are you attuned to?
So right now I'm going to say that I am attuned to, because I should have been keeping better track of this. I am attuned to my fragile cloak of displacement, my translucent robes of Akuman, and I'll say probably my feather belt of faith. And then I'm also gonna pull out a ring and be just like, I also have this ring that casts a spell that I know that you've done, Crash, a bit. It's allows me to cast the spell alarm.
Hmm.
There
Solid.
should be 2 more charges of the alarm spell left on it, if anyone wants it.
I can cast that for free infinitely, so I'm good.
Yeah. And I just kind of hold it up for Basnick and Cazador, just being this. If you want it, you can have it.
I mean, I. Because do you want it? I mean, I have 3 attunement slots, so it doesn't hurt.
I think your
My shield requires attunement, but that's the only thing I have attuned.
yeah, you have 2 attunement slots. Um, I don't know if that alarm ring requires attunement. Oh yeah, it does.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, so you've got your 3 things. And you're trying to give out a ring of alarm. It's very nice of you.
Mm. I did use it once.
Hmm.
It originally had 3 charges.
I mean, also, Crash, you said you can cast that as many times as you want.
Yeah,
We could always just sell it.
Yeah.
honestly, not bad. Magic items are pretty
I mean,
good
even
money.
slightly used,
Hmm.
go to a TJ Maxx, clearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could totally sell it on a different day. Um,
Very good shopping, and I don't want to do that again. That
Yeah.
lady might want another date. I don't remember her name.
You make
So-
it savage.
so
I actually didn't take that spell today. Sorry. Don't have primal savagery.
only in bed. So as you all are devouring your goose haunches and examining each other's items and joking around about gnolls being humanoid versus beasts, you hear a knock on the door to enter the hallway that connects your rooms.
Yes. Who is it?
And yeah, you hear a voice. It's Valentis.
The shrimp man.
Yes, a quick aside. Quick aside. Yeah, Crash is confused. Yeah, last
Oh.
time we played, it was introduced that Valentis loves shrimp.
Huh.
Um,
Like, that's
based
all
on
he eats.
That's on her ability.
He has like a bag of holding of just shrimp.
he has a little bag of shrimp that he's eating, and it all came out of Baz detecting his scent because he smells Valentis smells like shrimp. And Baz was like, yeah, I played in my in-person game, the OG, I DM'd for the OG game, and they ran into Valentis after a long time, and I had Valentis eating shrimp, and I had Valentis asking them if they had any shrimp, and they were like, "What is this non sequitur? Why is Valentis asking us about shrimp?" And I'm like,
That's like an
"You
inside
love
joke purely for yourself.
uh, I told them where it came from. Also, they were really confused why I kept mentioning the smell of squab and how this amazing squab stand. So the OG campaign might affect you guys a lot, but you all are affecting the OG campaign uh
In
with
the ways that matter.
Yeah.
the ways that really matter. Valentis loving shrimp.
Shrimp.
So anyway, yeah, you catch the faint scent of shrimp coming through the door as Valentis says to you all, "Good morning," he says through the door. "Good morning. We have only a couple. Are you all there?
Yeah.
Are you
Come
Yeah.
in. You own these rooms. You can come in.
He opens the door. He says, I don't own these rooms. I am but a humble tutor of the prince."
I guess. I don't know who owns things here. That's fine.
I assume the
Literally
queen.
just a guy.
The queen owns the queen and the prince, I suppose. The realm owns the castle. That is
What about the nobles? Yeah, the realm.
it's a
Nobles are
rather
more like
existential
financial.
question.
They just
I-
back it.
I'll get it one day. I'll
Hmm.
figure out how rich people work. It'll be
Nice.
good.
It
That's the
is
thing.
quite
They don't
simple.
work. They make other people work.
Oh, that's true.
It's called innovation, working smart and not hard.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
Well, yesterday the prince and I managed to contact as many nobles as remained within the city and let them know about the need for an emergency meeting of the Council of the Blooded. So in just a couple hours, we'll be able to make our case for the Queen's misdeeds and make the case that she should be replaced. Do you all feel ready to convince all of the nobles of the land?
Well, on that note, I seem to have wandered off for most of the time that you guys actually found the important things. So I could do my little, little spit a little bullshit here and there, but I think someone else should be the main talker, which
Yeah.
I could help you talk better.
Guys, real question. I shouldn't talk, right? Last time.
Yes.
Crash, I mean this with all due respect. No, you shouldn't.
Yes.
Look,
that-
I can talk, just not dishonestly.
Mm.
d-
I mean, we don't really need to be
absolutely.
dishonest right now.
Right.
No,
'Cause we
you
have-
want me being dishonest. You don't want my real thoughts.
Oh, okay.
That
Yes,
in your
Nah,
real
I'll take
bigger,
point. It's
honest
fine.
thoughts are not what we need.
yeah. Yes. And by the way, how is your daughter?
Oh, right, the lie.
Yeah.
She's great.
I was wondering if you would guess.
You have a daughter?
Apparently.
Yes.
Ooh.
Valentis looks confused. Hmm.
You mean you were there?
Yeah, you were there, right? God, I don't remember.
When you all returned home from the from rescuing the prince.
Yeah.
Yes, and we
Mhm.
told that true tale, the tale that could not be truer. It was very heroic. Yes.
Yes, the
So
prince,
elaborate that it could not be anything but the truth.
the prince
Absolutely.
fell in love with a commoner tabaxi.
Yes.
No,
No,
she was
wait.
adopted?
Yes,
Right?
human adopted.
Human adopted
Yes.
daughter.
Tabaxi was the mom, human was the daughter.
Uh-huh. That's normal.
Very normal.
Yes, perhaps we should not get into these intricacies in front of the Council of the Blood.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Indubitably.
I think we should stick to the Queen is evil. Here's the reasons why she's evil.
Yes.
Let's, let's not make her queen anymore and have someone else take her place.
Yes.
Miki,
And
you're the good talker, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have a pretty sharp.
I can help
Mental
you out
tongue.
with that too. So,
And all help Kaz, and all will be well.
thank you. I don't think I'll be talking that much. I must say, Mickey is better at talking, but also better at actually cataloging the things that we find. I nearly got some details wrong the last time. I made a fool of myself. A mockery.
That's all right. We all lose track of things sometimes. Like,
Yes.
I forgot I forgot I had this ring in my belt for a long time.
How
We
do you keep
argued
your
about
pants
going
up?
down a hole and I didn't even think about my little belt for a good couple hours.
It happens to the best of us. No
Yeah.
worries.
Just stats wise, Baz and Crash are better at at charisma
Really?
than Kaz. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I have a +1.
He's
Yeah,
just-
I thought you were saying then. I thought you said for Miki. I was like, what? He's a
yeah, I was about to say
sorcerer.
what?
Miki's best stat is charisma.
Yeah.
Valenta says, I think at least two of you should speak. It may be odd if only one of you speaks for the entire group. But all of you should be present, I feel. Should elect two of your group, no fewer, to speak.
Guys, if I talk in front of those nobles, I'm gonna talk so much shit. I won't be able to contain it.
Please. Can
Crash,
you
do you have any way to whisper in someone's ear? Because, like I said, I wasn't there for most of it. So,
message?
yeah,
I have a really expensive version of that.
you need to guess sending.
Yeah.
I just have message if that helps.
Okay. Here's the plan. So you guys sit
Hmm.
next to each other, and then Kaz, you just whisper in Crash's ear, who's gonna whisper into my ear.
And then I whisper
Yeah,
into everyone
I
else's.
just made up a brilliant name for this strategy. It's called telephone.
Right, for sure.
Oh, nothing can go wrong.
Telephone.
Nope. Well, you'll be doing most of the talking. I'll just supplement.
I only understand the beginning of that. Tele, kind of like tell, a. I understand that part, but what is phone?
I don't know. It came to me in a dream.
Oh, okay.
Vasnik, your wisdom is unstoppable.
It is
I
unparalleled.
feel like you have some knowledge that's like beyond what I could ever know.
Yes, I. Mm.
Yeah, well, it's a living.
Such a humble man. Horse man.
Valenta says, well, I've been standing in front of you all for the last half an hour.
I'm sorry.
Let me,
Valentis, you could talk at any time. I'm sorry for making
Yes.
you feel awkward.
let me tell you how this will work. First of all, I will take every piece of physical evidence you have about supporting your proof, and I will go into the Council of the Blooded alone, where I will share all of these items with the council, and they will formulate a series of questions for you all. At that point, I will be allowed to bring you all in, and the Council of the Blooded, one member from each of the major houses, as well as one question from all of the minor houses combined, will be directed towards your group at that point. So you'll need to choose who among you will speak and who among you will help.
So do we get like a prosecutor or like a paralegal?
Oh,
You're
no.
the legal team.
Huh.
Think of this more as a CNET Senate confirmation hearing. You'll be,
Crash, this isn't a democracy.
I know that logically. Look, I wasn't born here, y'all.
Yes,
I've seen plenty of places.
So was I. I woke up 2 months ago.
I guess that's sort of like being born.
I mean, I just showed up here.
Fair enough.
I actually did grow up here.
Yeah, we've got a hometown advantage for one of us.
well, you will be asked questions directly, and the value of your answers will determine how the nobles vote. If we are successful, we will get a 3/5 majority vote among the council. We get a 3/5 majority, it will be good. If we fail, however, we could all be charged with treason.
Wow.
So
And they try a horse.
They would.
Yeah,
You're right.
They try anyone.
Yes.
I feel like they'd just tie you upside down at that
Upside
point.
down.
Hey, honestly, I feel like they would punish a horse. Like if a horse trampled someone in the street and that person was important, like a poor noble boy, his little brittle bones get crushed by a horse. That horse is dead.
I mean, the phrase beating a dead horse has to come from someplace, and I feel like that's where it comes from.
That's a
Yeah.
saying? That's terrible.
Vasnik, you
It
didn't
is.
know?
Not to beat a dead horse.
Why would you say that?
I'm
It means
sorry.
like an
I don't
already
say
dead
it.
idea. We don't, yeah. None of us say it.
Yes.
I
And
don't want
we've
to be
never said
dead.
it.
I don't want to be beat while I'm dead. That's so rude.
It is. It's very rude.
It's okay. I have tons of horse friends.
You all have a unique sense of humor.
I thank you.
Really
don't-
stressed right
We're
now.
not joking. This is so
Stressed.
real for him.
We're nervous. We're just trying to get it out.
I'm gonna die again
Yes, it's the calm
because of
before the
this hearing.
storm.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Just loosening up the muscles, if you will. Get the mind going. It's
Mm.
early in the morning. Just had our food.
Yeah.
Yes. So I personally vote that Mickey and And-
And O'Brien.
Crash. Mickey and
Mhm.
Crash, that's my votes. That is my votes. Because you will not have to lie at all.
Yeah,
Just-
and also, Crash, I can help both you and Miki at the same time. Be
Yes,
better at
that's-
talking.
The
That's what I was
last
also
time I
thinking.
tried to be nice to a noble.
Well, you
I-
you don't
Mm,
have to be nice. You're bashing the queen.
right. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's
You
great.
Use that to our
you just have to-
strength.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's great. I'll just be really anti-queen. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but you just have to let Miki lead,
Mhm.
and then
I will do that.
if you go a bit too overboard, Kaz will let you know, or Miki
Absolutely.
elbow her
Yeah.
in the
All
stomach.
right, Mickey. You are my safety net. Everything is counting on you.
Okay.
No
No
pressure, by
pressure.
the way. Yes, no pressure, by the
No
way.
pressure.
No pressure.
Don't worry, I'll help.
Thanks.
Yes. Mm, yes, I
Well,
believe that is all.
I suppose if you all are ready and you have everything gathered that you need, we should head down to the council chambers.
I'm gonna just take 1 second real quick, y'all.
Okay.
I'm
No
gonna head
rush.
off and cast the message spell.
Oh, okay.
I am casting to one Thea Charles. I'm gonna try and do this privately.
Sending or message?
Sending.
Okay.
Mark one of my fancy spell slots, but this is a talking session, so that should be fine, probably. Oh wait, that's already. Ooh. Okay.
Unless if we're all charged as Jesus.
Ideally, they don't have the technology to hear this message. I say, I'm
Read
just
her
gonna,
lips.
I'm not gonna do it accented because I want to be stingy with my 25 words. So I'll just say, it's Crash. Today, a hearing for the Queen. The prince might replace her. We are speaking as witnesses. Hope all is well. You can respond. That's it.
You have 3 more words for my count.
I have 3 more
might have
words?
counted wrong.
3 more words from my count too.
The 3 more words are, that is it.
That is
That is it.
over and out.
Over and out.
Roger, Roger.
You hear the hearing for the queen? What does that mean exactly?
Son of a bitch.
Well, sounds like a good reason to head your way.
Yeah, that's all I wanted. Nope, not gonna cast it again.
But I am confused.
Should have written that shit down. All right, whatever.
We're gonna have the prince put on like Queen's chair and then have like a full children's rebellion show up at the gates.
No, it's fine. They're allies, guys. Oh,
For
broker,
what? They're
please.
not at war.
Fair.
Cool. I head off with the party.
All right. Anybody else doing anything else before you head to the spot?
I want to do something right before they like enter the trial.
Okay. Hang on. Just making this note about the Children's Rebellion.
I love the sending spell. It can really,
Contingency.
yeah.
They can break us out of jail.
All right. So, Valentis says, all right, let us go. And you all start heading out. You head through the castle, long, thin, gray stone hallways, large blocks of stone, niches containing porcelain vases and trinkets, tapestries, a functional castle, easily defended even from the inside. Getting to the southern entrance, the large gate, huge metal portcullis waiting to drop at any moment. Heading south out of the castle into the dirty streets, the wide main thoroughfare. Not too far go you south before you turn east, heading into the nobles' quarter. Passing various compounds of nobles, which some of you recall. The Anaranjado compound, which looks like it was plucked from the Mediterranean. The orange and black livery of the Anaranjados hanging high. Past the blue layer cake buildings of the Dayron compound. The patio-like cafe-looking central courtyard of their compound, until you finally arrive at a large dome-shaped wooden building, almost organic. Is very organic in nature. It almost feels like a beehive or something. It's sweeping up a twisting wooden dome of a building with little arched windows on the outside of it. And as you approach, Valentis confirms your suspicions. This is indeed the Council of the Blooded. You enter the building. There's a lot of green velvet, wooden benches in this waiting area, green velvet and wooden benches. And Valentis says to you, all right, as I explained, I will head into the hall with the pieces of physical evidence that you have brought with you. And then you will need to wait a few moments while they formulate their questions. Please, give me everything of import.
I hand him the burnt notes that read uphold the pact and what did I get myself into. I hand him the triangle sacrificial dagger, the queen's glove, the drawing of the queen's sigil with queen's insignia, a copy of the infernal writing, the infernal circle mentioning Galathakosh in infernal. I don't remember if I drew. I don't think I drew pictures of like the dead noble and then the two dead bodies. So
Oh,
we don't have any physical proof about that.
Chip, what would we do without Miki?
Thank you.
I know, bro. I was thinking that all the
we
time on
we'd
last
go up to
session.
that trial and be like, well,
Yeah.
we think she's bad. We don't know why or have any proof, but she is.
We got stuff. Thank you.
I went through my
Wow.
notes and made sure that was all condensed to read off.
There was a dead noble downstairs, but I don't know his name nor his family. But I swear he was a noble.
I don't know how I know he was noble either, but he was
Yeah,
worth the
I don't
night.
know.
Oh, that's actually a good point for me to go back to my notes and try to remember his name.
Yeah,
Because
'cause-
Cazador knew it, but Miki didn't.
Yes,
I
I thought I wrote it down, but
think it's in the
apparently I didn't.
general chat.
He was like a descendant of
He was from my brain. Killshaw? No.
Keystrom.
He's
yeah.
Keystrom. Was there a specific name attached to that?
we didn't write. No, wait. Ooh, we didn't write it down in the chat.
Yep.
Oh, they're nobles. I assume they know Keystrom with mutton chops.
Oh god, that sucks.
No.
So we found this guy and he had mutton chops and his last name was definitely Keystrom.
And Valentis says, "Ah, wonderful. Thank you. This all looks very good." And he collects the items from Miki, and he says, "Please wait. It may be a little while, but just please wait here." And then he limps into this main chamber. As he opens the door to head in, you get the feeling that it's a huge room, but you can't see much. And then he goes inside. So a little bit about how this will work. You're gonna be fielding 10 questions, each of them from different noble houses, some of whom you have a relationship with, some of whom were at the brunch ball. Two of you will be speaking for the party. And then let's see. Two of you will be speaking for the party, and two of you will have the opportunity to provide the help action. One of you will have, one of the two helpers will have two opportunities to provide the help action, and the other will only have one.
Question.
Yes?
I was planning to cast Enhance Ability on them both to give them advantage. So how would the help action help that?
Well, Valentis would have told you that the Tamerwinds are also on the council, which is a very magic-based house, and that it would definitely cast suspicion on you all if they thought that magic was being used to try to influence the proceedings.
All right, guys, never mind. I can't help.
No worries. Hey, do either of you have persuasion as a proficiency in persuasion by
I
any
have a
chance?
+4.
You do?
Yeah.
You should absolutely be the one talking. I have a +1.
But I don't know what to say. I wasn't there.
Oh, fuck. I don't know if I'm gonna be good, though. Okay.
No.
I can do it, I guess.
Worst outcome makes for more interesting story.
Nah, it's fine. Mickey has like a +10, right?
Yeah, definitely. In a
Yeah.
different universe, Miki didn't fail this thanks to not on just one roll, and she's very upset she didn't do a special ability she has.
Wait, I have a special ability. I have a thing. I can add
What?
D4s to skill checks
Oh,
because of
snap.
ancestral legacy.
Oh,
Or
snap.
because
Let's
of Deathless Nature or some bullshit. Who cares?
go.
A knowledge from past life, yeah.
Guys, don't worry. If
I
all
have a
goes to
thing.
hell, this place is made of wood. You just burn it down.
Honestly, that's been on my mind the whole time. Never left my fucking headspace, but that's okay.
Crash, I'm so glad that we're friends.
We're doing great, Basnick. We started off rough. I
Yeah,
really
you tried
like
to
you.
kill me, remember that?
Yeah, and I'm
With fire.
deeply sorry.
With fire, which is why I knew we were on the same wavelength.
Exactly.
So, who will be the two who speak? Crash and Miki. Already going to be very interesting. And then the two who help will be Baz and Kaz. And which of you will get 2 and which of you will get 1 help action to spend?
Probably Basnick with 2 and me with like 1. Because he's got more utility.
Well, it's just a giving advantage. So it's not like
Advantage.
you have to actually do anything.
Oh, well, you have 2 forms, your horse and your human. I think you should have 2. Just because you can like, you got that duality to you. Me, I'm just a guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a guy.
Really?
I just get 1.
All right, being so real right now, I came into this not knowing what was going to happen to Crash, who had never had any pot. I can't believe I yes-anded my way into being the one who's talking. I'm so really scared right now.
Oh, I'm scared too.
We gotta
Well,
do
I'm
this.
excited. I'm excited for the realness. Um, so yeah, so the questions will go back and forth between the two people who are talking. We'll go through 10 questions, and the DCs of the DCs of the checks will be based on your relationship with that noble house so far. So if you pooped in their punch bowl, they won't like you. And if you seduce them, maybe they'll like you. All right.
God, I hope that shopkeeper's a fucking noble house.
God damn it, you got me so
I have
off
so
guard
many
with that.
enemies. I messed with Killshaw. I messed with someone.
What?
I made
I
2.
feel like
That's
Killshaw
all.
is a lost cause.
That's true.
Oh, the misery. Everybody.
Figure we're going down.
So Valentis comes back out and he says to you all, all right, they've formulated their questions. Are you all ready?
Hell
Kazdor
yeah.
will
100%.
I have complete faith.
Yes. Kazdor will
Kaz, let's go take a nap.
Yeah.
Please.
I like your plan. You've got this, Crash. You've got this, Mickey. I believe in you.
Miki,
Don't be nervous. Just tell the
Miki,
truth. That's all.
you
Yeah,
got this.
Let me
You
ask
got
you this. Would the magical household notice any sort of magical interference? Like, would they notice a cantrip?
What cantrip? Message?
Like, could I cast guidance on someone just for the first round
Oh.
while they go in?
uh
I'm squeezing the last of the lemon juice.
You
sure.
got the toothpaste. You're just like,
Does Volantis think that they would notice that?
Valentis says any magic that would be used to influence the proceedings would definitely be frowned upon.
right, I won't do it.
But your DM says, sure, you could cast guidance once before you go into the room.
No.
All right, I'll cast guidance on a Crash then. So you get a D4 for your first one, and that's all you get.
Let's go.
And Crash also has knowledge from a past life.
Give me a D6 3
So she's
times?
gonna get three D6s. That's just unfair. That's already broken.
Let's go.
There's 10 questions.
Oh, wait. Let
Just-
me. I don't know. Should I give it to Miki or Crash?
Anything you have, give to me.
I'll give it to Crash. I'll give it to Crash.
Basically got 1d10 and
Yeah.
2d6.
Crash's answer is gonna be like, "Fuck y'all," and then,
Oh,
and then we're gonna be like, "Okay, add guidance to it. Add a D6 to it." And people are like,
Well,
"Okay,
that have to be
yeah,
a 32. So
fuck
like,
me. You convinced me. I should go fuck myself."
It's gonna go so good.
All right,
So
so Valentis says, "Please follow me," and he beckons you all to follow him. As you pass through the doorway, Baznik places his hand on Crash's shoulder.
no, I go for a fist bump.
You got this, girl. And
Remember, gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss.
Girl boss. Thank you, Basnick.
so yeah, you walk in and it's a really large room, green velvet sort of stage platform thing with a podium in the middle that Valentis beckons you for to walk up in front of this podium with him. And then sort of blank wall behind you, all wood paneled, and then in front of you are these sweeping sort of organic whorls of wood, and there are all these little balconies, little cuppy balconies on these swirling wooden walls. So like if you've ever seen Star Wars with the Senate, where they have the senators in these little floating buckets listening to each other in this big room. It's sort of like that, but it's this like organic looking, it looks like it grew that way, like whorls of wood, and then there are these little pulpits in them going way up inside this room, and in each of those little balconies there sit two nobles from each house, each of the major houses and each of the minor houses. And some of them you recognize from the brunch ball and other interactions you've had. Others you do not. Miki, you get this sort of staticky flashback as you walk into this room. It's like you've seen this before, you've been here before. You can't remember what happened in here, but this all looks way too familiar for you to you. And as you all enter and walk up to the podium, Daniel Mussover rises from a central box, and oh, this needs different music.
It was Mussover, wasn't it?
yeah.
I wonder what music this is.
According to my
Attorney
notes,
General.
according to my notes, we're positive with Dryston and Stuyvesant on my end, and with you more so. It's positive with the Dryers and Mussovers.
For sure. Wait, no, I totally insulted the guy from House Dryer, I think.
Did you?
Yeah,
Fuck. Okay.
but
because
Mussovers are good.
Palace corridors. What is a
yeah,
good song for
was
this?
it Imran, the one that was like
Yeah, Imran
It's like-
Dryston is the person I
copper?
seduced.
Mm.
Oh, that you seduced. What? Who's the copper guy? The guy is like, do you know the value of copper?
Oh, that's the Mussover.
Mussover.
Most of it. Thank you.
I didn't write down who Kaz had the dance competition with.
I
Yeah.
I thought I did it alone. Like you gave me
Oh.
inspiration. Wait,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was like you.
Someone had to give you Frostspire. I don't remember who that was.
Oh, that was that one guy.
You
That
won it in a game,
yeah,
right?
because I
Oh,
got
okay.
first place because you gave me
Oh,
Quiz
yeah, yeah.
advantage.
competition, right?
Yeah,
Dance
Yeah, yeah.
competition.
I believe I was the only one doing it. You gave me advantage, but you were there with like the girl you seduce.
Oh yeah. Dryers did not go well.
All right, now we get the right music. So Mussover stands up, Daniel Mussover stands up, and he's holding this thick dark wood stave, and he slams it on the ground, thump, 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 and then holds it up, and he says, "Who goes before the Council of the Blooded?" And it feels like it's time for you all to say your names.
All right. I step up. I minor illusion. I say, first off, I apologize. I have to use magic to speak. I am mute otherwise, but my name is Mikasa Sokolea from the Henneke Forest in the Elvendale.
I will step forward. My name is Crash. I have no surname. Just nod.
Is it only the speakers that introduce?
I like.
He's still standing there like that. Valentis gives you this.
Yeah.
Vasnik
I am.
Horseman.
Oh no! Is that your actual last name? Oh no!
Middle name the last name Horseman.
No, middle name the.
The Cazador Notlum of the House of Notlum.
And Valentis says, Valentis.
Valentis.
And and then
Paladin.
and then Mussover bangs the stave on the ground again and says, "Who here bears ill will against the great land of Greater Elenia?" And nobody says anything. What are you petting there? Is that your dog?
It's a cat.
Kitty.
It's a comfort cat for a
Oh,
tense
yes,
moment.
yes.
Yay.
The one with the trimmed ear. Yes. Hello,
Oh.
little kitty. So there is a silence, and then Mussover says, "All in attendance must prove that you do not bear arms against our great land. Show that you carry no dagger." And one by one, the nobles in their little balconies take their doublet or shirt or robe or dress and rip open the chest of their shirt, baring their chest so that nothing, they show that they are bearing no arms. And all of the nobles are bearing their torsos in this strange ritual. And Mussover does the same as he's lifting his staff and looking around the room. He rips open his noble outfit and displays a delicious meadow of dark chocolate brown chest hair.
Visceral
Do we have to do
description.
this too?
Cazador would
Yeah, I
put his
think that.
hand over on his shirt and tug. He's not able to rip it, so he just lifts it.
Vasnik would just slide his arms free of his little hacky sack and just let everything just show.
Looks at you all and kind of like shakes his head at you all.
I'll
He
pull
puts
it
it
up
down.
to waist high.
But a Mustover keeps intoning. It seems like this thing with the ripping your shirt open is something that they do when they're voting on stuff. And then he says, and so we are convened in peace to decide in peace that which will sustain our land. Let us hear what has come before us today. Boom. And he slams his stave down again. And he looks at the four of you and says, questions have we about what you have brought before us? And it looks like he's going to ask the first question. So which of you two will take the Mustover question?
I'll do it. I'll step forward.
Okay, Crash, you step forward. You have guidance. And Baz or Kaz, if you wish to provide advantage on Crash's roll, you can let me know if you want to do that. Thinking about the relationship that your party has with the Mustovers so far.
I'm good.
I give her guidance. That's good enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Kaz, Mustover stands there, his luscious meadow of chest hair bared before you as he grips his stave, and he says to you, do you have an ulterior motive for bringing this before the council? What do you stand to gain if the queen is unseated?
I stand to gain only what all have to gain from the removal of a harmful leader. A better life, a better place to call home.
Baz will look to Kaz and be like,
Ezra will look over at Baznik.
All right, so roll me a d20 and a d4, please.
Oh my. I get a plus
great
one.
D20.
No, it should be persuasion, right?
Yeah,
18.
Let's go.
pretty good. Mustover is up in his central box, and he's sitting next to Harrod Mustover. Some of you may remember him from the dinner at the Mustover house, the old man that muttered into his soup at the other end of the table. And Daniel and Harrod confer about your answer, while the other nobles in the room say peas and carrots, peas and carrots, peas and carrots. And Mustovers appear to have made their decision about their vote. And so the next question is from House Deran. And each of you will get, so there are, one of you will get 5 answers and one of you will get 4 answers. And then the final question, you'll both answer together.
Ooh.
So be careful you don't use up all your questions. The Deran are next.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Do we have to decide to give advantage before or after your question?
Before.
Okay.
The Deran are known for supporting a queen. And the next question is from them. So who will answer?
I guess I will go.
Okay. And will one of the helpers provide advantage?
I will.
Okay, you use your one thing to provide Miki advantage on this potentially difficult answer. And so from the Desrands box, Noémie Desrands, the rather elderly high seat of House Desrands, is sitting next to Jacques Desrands, who has a very thick mustache and looks extremely virile and like he loves longswords. And Noémie, this older lady, stands up, her beautiful blue dress torn asunder, and she addresses the group. Did you, in fact, participate in these crimes yourselves? Are you in league with the Queen and shifting the blame to her? Are you seeking to blame her for crimes you yourselves committed within the castle? How do we know you are not?
Miki kind of stands up a little bit more straight. She'll say, I can assure you, we did not participate in these crimes ourselves. While exploring, we took great damage from monsters and creations we found in the catacombs. And just in general, we haven't been around. A majority of us haven't been around in town long enough to create these sigils or any of the proof that we bring before you. We had no time in relation to what is already known of what we have been doing.
Hey, and Kaz, what will your help look like? Are you adding in a sentence or are you doing something helpful? How are you helping?
I'm just gonna have my help kind of like what I said about you guys got this, just ring in Mickey's ear. That's all.
All right.
Behind my back, my hand is shaking, so I kind of
Oh, let's go.
see. I kind of grab at Cass a little bit to calm my nerves.
Absolutely. I grasp back.
Nice.
Well, it's kind of like a toddler because you're
You're just so tall. And the quality of your responses, by the way, will increase or decrease the DC as well. All right, roll with advantage, Miki.
What am I rolling?
Well, that bordered on deception, but I think it's still persuasion.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, I
Let me get this
honestly
number
thought it
right.
was really cool spin. Like I didn't think about that because there was that whole room of dogs and all that. It did take time to prepare.
There's the first one.
Thank God for that
Let's
help.
go. Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's see how that goes.
Yes.
The older lady,
Deception would have been one higher if it was an option.
yeah.
It wouldn't have been because
First one was a 14, so maybe a 15 would have changed it.
Probably.
The older lady frowns at you. She looks a little suspiciously at you. She looks around the rest of the room to see if anyone else feels suspicious about what you said. Jacques, who has remained seated during the whole thing, goes like this.
Oh.
Then when he sees Noemi looking down at him, he goes like tries to look like he's frowning instead. And all right. The next question will be asked by House Tamerwin. Who will take that question?
Me too. I can. I will. I will.
Let's go.
Mm.
I volunteer as tribute.
Does anybody have any interactions with Tamerwin so far?
I don't know the name.
They are the magic loving house.
I don't
I want to
believe
give
so.
advantage. I want the magic
Okay.
builders on our side.
Really?
I want the magic builders on our side.
Oh, that's true. That's
Fair
true.
enough.
All right, so Crash has advantage. And yeah, the Tamerwins are known for having their own private library, magic library, and for supporting the university, for being really big on staying neutral and separate as a house.
I
So
want them. I want them.
so in the Tamerwin balcony, you see Stragine and Escada Tamerwin, both draped in teal robes, the color of House Tamerwin, teal and gold. Stragine is definitely older, but he has a certain ageless quality to him. And Escada is a bit younger, probably in her 50s. They both look like they don't like anyone in the room. And Stragine stands and addresses you, Crash. How would you, who have never before been involved in our politics, know enough to find a criminal in our queen, when we, who have been dealing with her as queen for 6 years, and for years before that as a fellow noble, have not noticed?
I feel that with the Queen's reign being as airtight as it is, it would be. She does not strike me as an opponent that would hold company, that would see her ways. I find that it is only in outside influence that can shake up the way of things, move the status quo, that something long hidden can be found.
All right, roll with advantage.
Looked, and I can add my d6 afterwards if I want.
Can I say something to try to lower the DC?
Oh,
Oh,
I
well,
thought of
What?
something to say to
advantage
these
broke,
magic people.
but they were both a 15, so 16.
Yeah. 16, and then you have to immediately decide if you want to
I'm
add
not.
dice.
I shall not.
Okay.
I
Uh,
will.
he seems to like your answer. And he looks towards Escada, and Escada is unreadable. She looks up at him, and you hear some more murmuring from around the room. Okay, the next question is from Killshaw, Aloysius Killshaw. He's standing there grimacing at you all, just like sneering. And next to him is this very dumb looking country buffoon looking fellow, dressed in noble garb, but just kind of like he doesn't even know why he's in this room. He's just kind of like, and Aloysius is sneering at you. Who will take this question?
I will.
Do we know what he like what his house is all about?
He's the queen's like fixer. He's like her personal assistant, essentially, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he's from the family that lost the War of Succession to her, to the queen, and then they all left, and they have an army in the western part of Parvus.
Oh, we made friends with them, didn't we?
No,
Right?
No.
I pushed on him to try and see if he was still loyal to his old house, but he ain't.
Yeah, he's not loyal to his old house. He's very loyal to the queen.
Yeah.
So who's taking this question?
Miki is.
All right. Anyone giving advantage on this one?
Nah, lost cause.
All right. All right, Miki. Aloysius Killshaw looks at you, sneering, and he says, what part has Valentis played in your investigation? Are you certain he has not planted clues or influenced your conclusions? What does he stand to gain from unseating the queen?
Valentis, he's just helped bring about the council meeting. He's just been our contact with the prince. He managed to gain us passage to the catacombs, but that is just it. He gains nothing aside from what everyone has to gain: a safer country without the influence of anything on this is me drawing a blank on words. Unarcane. Yeah, Miki would have said the right word. I'm just blanking on the word.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll. Persuasion.
All right.
It's interesting that you have to lie in order to roll one higher.
Ooh.
What was that first one?
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a 21.
First one was a 21, the second one was a 17.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
21.
You didn't have advantage on this one, right?
No.
Oh no, sorry. Oops. Okay, so yeah, the first one was still just been the one that counted.
All right. Killshot just sneers. The guy sitting next to him looks dumb. Kaz, you recognize that the dumb looking guy is a Keystrom.
Ooh.
Because the Keystroms are an offshoot of the Killshaws.
Nice. Okay.
So the next question comes from the Drystons. Sagil Dryston is there, a little bit older, not as old as some of the folks, but a little bit older. And the attractive and shy Imran Dryston, about 40-ish.
What was the first Dryson's first name?
Sagil.
Satchel.
And so they're ready to ask a question. Who would like to answer this one?
I'll step forward.
Okay, so you've done 5 questions so far. There are 5 questions left, 4 of which are ones that you'll answer by yourself, and the last one you'll answer together. And Sagil stands up, and Imran sort of makes eyes at you a little bit, Miki.
Mm.
And Sagil doesn't seem to notice because he's standing up. Sagil says, if the prisoners are property of the realm, cannot the queen do what she wishes with these people? Perhaps she is providing their organs to science or some kind of medical work. Why should we not simply ask the queen about this casually instead of deposing her?
Prisoners are people too. They may have done things wrong in the past, but they still deserve to be treated humanely. And from our observations, we didn't have physical evidence of this, but the people that we have seen, they had straight holes right where their hearts would be. That is a sure sign of sacrificial killings. There was no sign of any scientific research or anything of like. It was purely a sacrifice to an infernal deity. So even if they have done wrong in the past, they still deserve a chance to go to whatever they worship instead of being sacrificed in the name of an evil creature.
Oh. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
With advantage?
With advantage because Imran loves you.
Yay.
Oh. Dang.
Changing the past.
Dang.
Sagil, who asked the question, looks a little confused about your answer and he's thinking about it. But you see Imran lean over and start whispering to him, and she's, gesturing a little bit, and they're both nodding. And you hear other folks in other balconies muttering about your answer. And it appears that your croquet-loving ways have borne fruit. Kaz, what are you up to as these questions are continuing? What are you doing?
Well, right now I still have like a hand on Mickey, just listening to the questions, and so far Kazor is just kind of looking like has like a smile on his face because nothing is gone like the first time with the Queen and um Crash and Baznik and all that. Like he just actually really surprised and delighted at the just how everything's panning out so far.
Baz, what are you up to?
Baz is overstimmed to the max. He's trying to read everyone's lips. He's looking at everyone, trying to gauge everyone's reactions. And he's not getting a lot because he's just trying to read too many people at once.
Is there any particular person that you're focusing on?
Yeah, the magic people. I really want to know about them.
All right.
They seem the most, I don't know if influential, but in his mind, it's the most important group to get on their side.
Go ahead and roll perception with disadvantage to try to pick up something useful off of their stony feature.
You got this, bro.
Ooh.
13 so bad for me.
It is.
It's so bad. I got plus 11.
Yes, bro.
I got a 2.
Oh, bro.
You are a very perceptive fellow, but the Tamerwinds are, particularly these two Tamerwinds, are inscrutable people, stony-faced, aloof people.
It's also just overstimmed like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever been in a room with this many people where he has to be on guard at all times.
It's
You
a
should-
big sweeping room. It's very impressive, and there's all these strangely shirtless people.
You should have been a horse because their eyes are east to west, so you could look at and observe two different sides at once. I think that's the only problem.
Probably.
All right, the next question is from House Maldonado.
I'll do it.
You you might know that the previous king was Maldonado.
Oh.
He died of sickness.
I will give it advantage.
All right.
Yes, they seem important to get on our side.
Okay, yeah, looking over at the Maldonado box. Tandor Maldonado and Quistal Maldonado, twins, centuries ago from Rocinante. They look at you both and they both rise together and ask the question together. Yosuke, the queen has been nothing but kind and supportive of you. How could you be so suspicious of one who has given you so much?
I think as individuals, it is important not to be blinded by gifts or wealth. I find that the Queen's high esteem and treatment and well treatment has been wonderful, but with all things, a healthy dose of intuition and suspicion was useful and necessary.
Basic's gonna nudge Kaz again. Like, see this shit, bro?
Yes, bro. I see it.
Oh
I just
my-
can't believe it.
Who is that?
I don't know.
It's the crown.
Crash is like looking
He's
at
in
it.
mode.
I think you guys might, I think Basnick Clock's like, she heard you guys might get tried for treason, and a part of her brain went, oh, I'm gonna die if we don't do well. And she has chilled out. She is like focused. She is
Nice.
barely responsive to anything else than the questions.
Nice. Survival instinct. Let's go.
Wait, Kaz. We just have to let her cook a little bit more.
All right,
Oh.
here's my roll.
You're a genius.
All right, Crash, roll persuasion with advantage.
Okay,
Ooh.
that's a 20.
Yeah. The Maldonado twins look at each other in exactly the same way. They slightly nod in exactly the same way. And you hear mutterings around the room as we get ready from the next question, which will be from the Dwyers.
Right, y'all are on your own now.
I'll take this one.
At my D6s, thank you.
Yes.
All right, so this is 7 questions you have taken. There are 2 more solo questions after this one. All the help actions have been used. And Miki, the Dwyers are going to ask you a question. Looking up at the balcony, you see Ansel Dwyer, the older man that was at the banquet. very down-to-earth fellow. And you see Saren Dwyer, who looks like an intelligent woman and clearly Ansel's wife, kind of willowy. And Ansel stands up and asks you, since you seem to know so much and have so many opinions, who do you think should replace the queen? Who do you feel has the greatest claim to the throne?
I feel like Prince Finn is a good replacement. He is the queen's son, but he was the first link in uncovering the queen's corruption. He himself stumbled into the queen's he stumbled into the queen as she was doing one of these acts, and him being the noble person he is, he took refuge, and he sent us to collect evidence, and using his knowledge, he instructed us to be here in front of you. I feel like with time, he will be one of the best rulers alongside the likes of Calcus Toth.
Whoa, is that a deception or a persuasion?
Just
A little bit of deception.
just a wee bit.
I don't think he will be as good as him,
No.
but I can try to say that. Yeah, I think he will be good, but not as good as Calcus Toth.
All right. Roll persuasion.
Bro,
Can I roll deception?
Oh yeah, roll deception, sorry.
ever since that first talk with the queen, like I've had like the prince has a really good heart, but he just sucks with words so bad. So bad. Dude, you are on
He's a
fire.
buffoon, is what he is.
Gang, I'm so glad there were 2 questions that are straight dodged bullets for me. That one, Crash would have folded.
Oh,
Nice.
this one, was not good last time around.
Snap.
Yeah, Dryston is like, as good as Calcus Toth. Wow. They he and his wife seem to consider your answer. And next up is the Stuyvesant family, known for enjoying hunting and liking the queen. And I don't know if you've interacted with them much, but Agatha Stuyvesant is ready to ask one of you a question. Who will take this question?
I have to go up because this is my 4th and Miki did her 5th.
No, I'm
Are we
at
sure?
4. You are at 3
Oh, really?
right now. I
Yep.
think.
Miki's
Okay.
at 4 and Crashes at 3. If you take this, you'll both be at 4.
I have the positive relation with them if you want me to take it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
let's
take
go.
it.
Okay. And tell me about your positive relationship with them.
If I wrote down my notes correctly, but Kaz and I talked strife since they liked the queen a lot. I wrote that went well. Asked if we know about their niece Petra. They like to hunt. Haven't seen her in a fortnight. They think she just have been hunting. That's
Yeah. All right. So Agatha stands up and she nods to you, remembering you from the party, and she says, "Our realm is thriving. Everything is highly prosperous. Everyone calls her Good Queen Aoife. Doesn't all of this contradict your findings?
Well, yes, the nation itself is thriving right now. It could all be a front, and as many good things are, there's a calm before the storm. Maybe this is all just a calm and a peaceful time, setting up the eventual incursion of an infernal creature. And it's the peacetime before we all lose our freedoms.
Whoa.
Yes.
She looks she never thought of that before. She's like shocked. She's like, because you already seeded some doubt in her at the party. So go ahead and roll persuasion.
Flat roll?
Yeah, not with advantage, but your words.
Oh, fuck.
Can I give her both of my D6s? Can I?
Okay.
You gotta have bad rolls sometimes. Unless you're using your inspiration, if you have inspiration.
I don't have inspiration, but
Yes.
can I subtle spell Tides of
Subtle
Chaos?
Can you subtle what?
I'm reaching. I don't think I can subtle spell it, but I
Subtle
can
spell
use
test.
it, but it will activate wild magic.
Do you want to fucking pop off in the courtroom?
Subtle spell what?
Tides of Chaos.
Oh, just that. That's not a spell, so you can't subtle spell it.
No.
And if you use it,
Can I like sacrifice my inspiration for an advantage or?
Hang on. I mean, it's a feature.
It's a feature.
It's a feature. It's not a spell, so you could use it, but you would then roll on the wild magic table.
And they don't like magic.
But
Yeah.
you know, sometimes a bad roll is a bad roll.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it.
And also, if you wild magic surge and you fireball,
Miki is thinking back to her backstory on how she accidentally fireballed a guard captain, and that is how she initially became blackmailed into this plot.
Snap.
Basnik is so overstimulated that he just
Wait,
like,
I'm back.
oh,
What happened?
I rolled a
Miki
one.
rolled a 1.
yeah, Miki rolled a 1.
Was like the most influential speech you've ever heard.
Son of a bitch, Mickey.
Yeah.
Hey Jake, that DC wouldn't happen to be a 6, would it?
Or a 7.
Despite all of the doubt that you've sowed with the Stuyvesants and the validity of your argument, they don't seem to like what you said.
What was the second Stuyvesant? It was Agatha and whom?
Imogen, I'll be right back.
Imogen.
Imagine
Now I have to answer the next question.
Cazador is gonna like pat
Yes.
Mickey on the back with his other hand, just like there.
I
It's
just
okay.
need to,
Calm down.
grab my baby monitor because my baby's making noises.
Oh.
The Imogen is kind of a stuck-up looking young lady who looks like she always gets what she wants. So and she's got big lips. Like she would have lip fillers, but it's the 1400s. So maybe she actually takes bees and stings herself in the lips.
Jesus.
Pain is beauty.
So yeah, they don't seem too convinced. And the final of the solo questions, which will be asked of Crash, is from the Anaranjado family, who love dueling and are very hot-blooded, and they love wine and fighting.
Oh, perfect.
Sure.
And so Crash, the Anaranjado family, you see them in their balcony. There is Hector Anaranjado, who's the high seat, and he's pretty old, brown skin, white hair. And then Esperanza Anaranjado, she's sumptuous young lady, who is looking at you very sharply. And Hector rises and he says, okay, what will happen to our country on the world stage if we replace our queen? Do you feel that the potential instability is worth it?
I feel that the instability of a leader who hides ill-gotten gains, shifty dealings, and strange magics is far greater than any political embarrassment that would come from the loss of a leader.
Oh,
Ouch, Kaz again. What the fuck? Who is this?
I don't know, bro. But whoever she is a very good sneaker.
That's so hard.
um,
I'm gonna roll my d6.
yeah. All right. Do your persuasion roll and add your d6.
Okay,
go.
that's a 16.
Wait,
Oh,
7?
total. 16 total, right?
7?
Right? Nope, never mind. I'm wrong. 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're
That's
saying
What?
that
I heard 32. My math is correct.
All right. Now, all four of you can participate in the answering of the final question.
Ooh,
Um,
ooh la la.
Oh, are we able to tell if that was a positive or a negative towards them?
what, the last answer?
Yes.
It seemed positive.
Good.
Nice.
So the final question will be asked by all of the minor houses. They all have their little balconies. There's the Baltieras, the Bastillas, the Sharps, the Coughlins, the Suttons, the Booths, the Björns, and the McConaughs. All posted up. And Geraldo Baltierra rises to ask the question for the minor houses. And all four of you can answer or can participate in this answer, can do different parts of the answer if you want. And he asks, okay, walk us through the facts that prove without a doubt that our queen is conducting dark rituals. Is there anything else that you think is evil about her? And what proof do you have of that?
Well, she has made a pact with Gorlatatash.
Go Lathakosh.
Gilatakash, thank you. And no matter if she is regretful of it or not, she has still made a pact. And whatever her pact stipulated, she is fulfilling and will have to fulfill. She, in my opinion, needs to be taken because this is larger than her, us. This is just something in motion at the moment.
So walk me through the facts that show that this is the obvious conclusion we should make. What about you, horseman? You have not said much today.
Well, I was preparing a closing statement, but if none of my companions have anything else to add.
I could
Go
go
on.
ahead.
Mhm.
You go ahead.
Fair enough. Basnik is our wisest mind. Totally dissociated saying this. Hugh can speak less. We found a pressing of the queen's sigil on her ring, in a ritual circle to the supposed devil Galathakosh. I found workings that the magical affectations within the catacombs had been cast recently, that uh, these dealings are a current event. We found her handkerchief, her
Glove.
thing,
Her glove.
her glove. Uh, we have found evidence of her and her position and her position alone within these uh devilish dealings.
And one of the coffins
Anything
is
else to add?
one of the
Or-
coffins stands up and is just like, ah, ah, ah. Sits back down.
He's the gremlin.
Like muttering under her breath, that's the only one I like.
and, and then uh one of the Suttons stands up, Harris Sutton and says, what else? What else?
Well, before when the initial queen's initial rule, I uh, I can assume you all have been. She was a lot more talkative. The prince himself and Valentis said that um, they that she used to be a lot more sociable and the like. But recently she's been closing herself off more. The queen herself seems very distant from the sociable person that we've been told she once was, as well as um, the first clue, the burnt notes of uh, uphold the pact. What have I got myself into? Uh, I believe that this was not an overnight corruption. I believe it was a slow corruption over the years, and she was slowly losing herself. And now at this point, she's too far gone.
And Birgit Björn stands up and says, well, I suppose we've all been waiting for the horseman to speak. What is the closing statement from the horse person?
Baz, as he's walking up, will nudge Beak and be like, "Fuck, you stole my shit."
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I cannot dispute physical evidence. I believe the truest of the evidence lies in the soul. While you guys have been under this rule of this queen for quite some time, have you not noticed changes, the more distance, cruelty, the lack of empathy, of sympathy, how she has retreated into herself? While I know ruling can make one do similar actions, this is on an extreme scale. We brought back her son. She barely batted an eyelash. Didn't even, I dare say. At the ball, how many of you actually talked to her? Cold, almost programmed responses. This is not a queen. This is a puppet for something far more dangerous. You may have brought this queen into power, and she may have been great. She has fallen. I'm nothing more than a ragdoll puppet or something else. I'll turn into a horse.
Yes.
And everyone's like, oh, the Birgit is like, oh, he turned into a horse.
Chalk it
Isidore
off, baby.
claps.
Chalk it off.
He dared
do little
to,
snaps.
he
That's
dared
all.
to
I can
show his
clap.
true form. Oh wow, he's naked too. Clearly does not bear a dagger against the queen, against our country. And when
Ugh.
you turn into a horse, everybody in the room is like, and I would like all four of you to roll persuasion, and all four of you to roll with advantage.
Bang.
Wow.
Thank you, Bestie.
Thank God.
I don't know if that was me.
I got an 11, so I'm gonna roll a d6. I
Wow.
got a 5, so I got a 16 total.
Ooh, my first wound's not good, but it's a good thing it was advantage because I rolled a 1 again. A 26 for me.
19 for me.
Oh, 16 for me.
Hey, these are pretty good rolls.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
26, a 19, a 16, and a
16.
26, a 19, and two 16s.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pretty good
All right.
for level 5.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Does the turning into a horse factor into this?
Oh yeah, that's why is part of why you all rolled with advantage.
Oh shit, really?
Oh, 100%.
A horse is one of their gods.
Is it actually?
It's Kaibox.
Oh,
Granted,
shit.
it's the god of rage, battle, and hatred, but it is one of their gods.
It's the rage and battle of hatred against evil.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm just tabulating their votes here.
Jesus.
God,
Wow.
I honestly wish I was part of the main 2 because that seemed like so much fun.
I would love to see the alternate version of Basnik and Kaz going for it.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
good at fucking improv. I would kill. I thought this
Oh,
was
you were
gonna be
doing great.
questions about the actual like shit that happened. So I was
God,
like,
we
we
were
can't
playing.
do that.
So Mussover stands up again with his big old stave, and he thumps it on the ground, and he says, "Now it is time for us to vote on what we think of these answers and whether we should replace the queen or try these four with treason."
Or not Valentis, not Valentis or the prince. What the fuck? Just internally.
Basnik in horse form will nudge Miki and Kaz and Crash to get on his back just in case.
Miki kind of grasps Kaz's hand a little bit more as you see like a sweat pile pool like on her robe, on her back.
Cazador will like squeeze back and like pat her hand like that. And he's going to pat Faznik's like neck when he kind of nudges them.
Crash is just cool. Deadpan.
All in favor, say aye.
The sweat bead goes down his.
You hear a lot of ayes from around the room.
No.
Aye, 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 aye. And then Mussover says, All against, say nay.
That's it.
May I say please?
Please.
And you hear from around the room a few people going, nay, 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 nay.
You just hear a whinny.
He did everything out of Basnick, did not A.
Yeah, Basnick, give me
I'm
a,
so
aggressively
proud of you.
petting you, trying to calm me down.
Basnick, give me a Constitution save,
Oh
Oh, that's so fair.
and we'll use the stats of the riding horse for the
This
Yeah,
is
yeah, it's a war horse. That
the
was a war
realist.
horse.
you're a
Just one
war
vote.
horse. We should make a movie about you, Warhorse.
Mm,
Okay, Warhorse has a
should make a movie.
+1 to Constitution.
Oh, I
Oh.
can't use my own Constitution save.
No, no.
So it's only a +1 instead of a +3.
We're
Can
using
with my
horse-
aggressive petting give him advantage?
You got this.
Oh,
let's
that's
go. Stands there stout and proud. He
Yeah,
will not
you-
falter.
You
It's like that
successfully-
anime horses where just like he breathes and just the hot air comes out.
He's the spitting image of Kaibox.
Yeah, about wild shape. Your statistics are replaced by those of the beast, except your
The mental, yeah.
except your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. But yeah, you got a nat 20, so you do not neigh. You feel an intense desire to neigh as around the room people are going, nay, 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 nay. And you do not neigh. Ultimately, you got 26 out of 34 votes.
Ooh.
Is better than the 2/3 majority that you needed to get.
Let's go. Cazador is just going
Better
like,
than necessary. Yeah.
yeah. Overachievers, let's go.
So a cheer goes up around the room, as well as some booing, and these half-dressed nobles start shouting at each other, and for some reason pieces of paper are floating around the room. There's a general hubbub, maybe they're throwing their notes around or something, but people are yelling at each other,
It's
and
graduation.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
part of the reason is now they're going to need to replace the monarchy, and some of the people who voted nay, think that that's pretty bad. So they're arguing with each other, and but the vote has taken place. Killshaw stands up from his box and points down at the group of you and says, you'll all be sorry. You'll all be very sorry for this. And he sort of disappears into whatever little hallway is behind his podium thing there. While the idiotic looking Keystrom guy just sort of looks around, not really knowing what's exactly is happening in this room.
Cazador's gonna wave at the Keystrom guy.
Can we get the name of the Keystrom guy? Because I just wrote buffoon.
Buffoon. I wrote hillbilly.
That's basically his name. But his real name is Finnegal.
Finnegal.
Finnegal Keystrom.
I like Finnegal.
Gotcha.
All
Okay.
right. I'm gonna roll a con save real quick for something. Okay. We'll see what happens with that.
She's gonna be like, F you nobles.
Things are fine.
So Miki, you feel almost like an electric shock in your body, as the static of your memory conflicts with the static of the present moment, and you feel paralyzed. You feel sort of stuck, like almost like sleep paralysis in reality, as your brain is having trouble cogitating the differences, and you're just sort of stuck there. And in that reverie during this argument among all of these nobles in these podiums with pieces of paper floating down, and your horse friend not neighing next to you, you see Killshaw appear from out of behind these risers near the door that you entered into. And he again points at the four of you and says, and it's kind of in slow motion for you, Miki, he says, "You'll all be very sorry for what you've done here today." And he turns and starts running out of the room.
Since Kazor is holding her hand, would he feel like her sudden stiffness or not?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Kazador would like notice and look up at her, seeing if there's like any expressions, and we sees that she's just kind of holding one consistently. He's going like use our hand and pat her um as close as he can get to her shoulder. Just be like, Mickey, are you all right? Mickey? Mickey?
I'm not able
And
to spawn. I'm paralyzed. I can't do any of
yeah,
my spells.
Mickey?
not yet. And
Oh no.
Mustover starts walking up to your group as Miki is paralyzed and Kaz is poking her, and Killshaw has turned away and started sort of jogs out of the room. And Mustover comes up to the group of you and says, "Well, you've done it, haven't you? I'm sure there's going to be quite a bit of change around here. We'll need to talk about the correct way to handle this matter to remove the queen. But thank you for serving the realm and for being allies of our house." And he looks at all of you.
Of course.
Am I still able to perceive things being paralyzed?
Uh-huh.
Can I tell if he's being truthful? If he means the words he says?
You can roll insight.
I get a +1 due to my robe.
Let's go.
13.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth.
can I make a medicine check on Mickey? I know it's like nothing like magical or medical or nothing, but that's just what Kazador would do.
Sure. What does it look like when you make a medicine check on her? What are you doing?
So I'm looking at looking at her eyes, seeing if they're like dilated or not. I'm looking at like if her face is kind of like if one side's like more droopy or something like that. Just I'm looking a lot at her face and eyes, looking to see if it's red for a lot of blood.
All right. You're checking it out. And yeah, she seems perfectly healthy.
Oh.
Perhaps it's psychosomatic.
Hmm.
Uh, Basnik, what are you up to?
I'm a horse.
Are you just standing there being a horse, or
I would nudge Kaz to put Miki on my back again so that they can move. But other than that, I'm just a horse.
Oh no.
I'm still overstimmed from all the people. I'm
So,
good at reading people one-on-one, but a lot of people, oh boy.
so Miki, you become unparalyzed.
Oh, let's go.
Ugh.
I was scared to have to do a strength check.
You see my body was really tense, and my eyes are kind of shaky on kind of darting, but you see me calm down a little bit and
Oh.
just take a breath.
Mickey,
I'm
are you
fine.
all right?
Yeah, it's just must have been the shock or something.
Oh, good.
I was real nervous.
Yes, I could see. You handled yourself marvelously.
Thank you.
Amazing job. You're welcome.
Yeah, I
And
feel
Crash.
Mm.
Crash too.
I feel like in the past life that didn't go too well, so this is a relief.
Really? You got this far in your past life?
I feel like that's I don't know. I
Hmm.
feel like maybe I did.
Miki,
Interesting.
your memory tickles you. Your alternate timeline memory tickles you that Killshaw's threats kind of scare you.
Yeah, I think we should take Killshaw's threats a little seriously and be on guard for the meanwhile.
Really? All right. Thank you. Thank you for informing us. Dang, I thought he was just a little bit bitter. A sore loser.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I did too.
Exactly. Exactly, Vasnik. And Vasnik, I am proud of you the most. During all of that nay, you said nay. You will not say nay. I respect it.
Basic's gonna transfer out of horse form. Should I follow him if you're that worried about it?
No,
Yes.
we should stick together.
Oh
Yes.
my god, I just turned out of a horse for nothing.
Also, Vasnik, there are these books. They're thriller books, and usually, whenever someone says they're going to follow the man that threatened them, it usually ends very poorly.
Oh no, don't worry about me. I can't die.
Oh, my bad. I forgot.
Yeah, I have a greater purpose in life.
Oh, yes, yes.
So yeah, obviously, why would the universe kill me if I have something else to do?
Fulfill Destiny's car shield.
I don't like the
What?
word destiny. I prefer the term fate.
I think you guys would notice Crash is kind of slurring her words.
Yes.
God, should I crash? You wanted me to turn into a horse again? You ride me?
What?
All right, wait, that came out wrong.
I give Crash my shoulder to lean on.
She's just kind of, uh-huh. Let's go somewhere else other than this building.
I'm very proud of you,
You
Crash.
know
You
where we
are
should go?
where?
A tavern.
Hmm.
Sure.
Yes.
We need to de-stress.
Exquisite.
And also, we need to be in the eye of the public in case we get murdered.
Hmm.
The pieces of paper are floating down around you in the air as the nobles yell at each other in the background. You hear one of the Dayrons going, "This is treason, treason!" And you hear other people yelling back at her. You hear one of the Anaranjados saying, "The time for change is now." And they're yelling at each other. And Mussover and Valentis are both sort of staring at the door where Killshaw left. And Mussover says, "That can't be very good. I wonder if one of us should do something."
I already offered this.
Yes. Well, the vote has passed, but now we must enact that which we have agreed upon. And he looks back at the chaos behind him and he says, I'm not sure that's going to happen quickly. And Valentis looks at you all and says, when I was a captain in the war, it helped me to know that surprise was an advantage. I worry what that Killshaw fellow may have cooking. But good job, all of you. I don't think that could have gone better.
Me neither. It panned out very smoothly, thanks to the quick and decisive actions of Mickey and Crash.
At this point,
Thank you
Crash is
both.
like, fuck it, y'all distracted. And walks to a corner of the room and retches.
I
Just
had a
immediately.
feeling.
Baz would probably notice and just hold her hair back.
Yeah, thanks. It's so it's not a nice texture. It is metal hair.
Trust me, you don't want that on that.
All right, I feel better.
All right. We're about to wrap up the session. Where are you all headed from this chaotic room?
I like a tavern.
Yeah, I say tavern, just enough to recoup and replan.
Yes.
But we should also bring. I honestly think we should get the prince to come with us.
Sure.
Because I feel like he needs to be under watch, and I don't trust any guards because they might still be loyal to the queen.
That's a good thought. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so I think the prince should come with us because we can make sure he's protected. And also, what's his face? The old wizard guy.
Valentis.
Because yeah. Because
Okay.
I'm kind of hungry.
I guess we invite Valentis and the prince to go drinking.
Valentis says, well, the prince is back at the castle in his quarters.
Oh, I can do it.
Well, we should go with you to go retrieve him.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Especially seeing as how he was the one we nominated for being fit for the throne.
No, but we should go
yes.
now
Yes.
because
Might
what's his
paint a
face
target.
just left,
Yes.
and he's loyal to the queen. So we should go now.
All right.
I think that is quite sensible.
Yeah, let's make sure he's safe.
Would you mind, Valentis? Would it be a problem or?
Valentis says, you would like me to accompany you back to the castle to retrieve the prince.
Yeah. Walk and talk. Let's go.
All right, you start walking. Valentis starts limping. Mussover raises his stave at you and says, I must stay here and try to get everyone on the same page, but if you need anything, you know where my compound is.
Okay, yep, cool compound. We need to go.
Yeah, I messaged him being just like, I trust you. I trust you to do a good job here.
He nods at you respectfully. So Baznik, are you running out of the room? Are you just bugging everyone to hurry up, or what are you doing?
I am doing that thing where the one friend that wants to go really bad is dragging everyone. As soon as we get into a thoroughfare, I'm gonna start fast walking, and then they'll eventually catch up and start fast walking, and I'm gonna start running.
And
because I'm low-key worried about the prince.
How's everybody responding to Baznik's doing this?
Cazador would be trying to congratulate Crash and Mickey, give him pats on the back and stuff like that. But in the corner of his eye, when he sees that Baznik is not waiting up, he's just kind of doing it fast and then walking. And as he speed walks, he speed walks. As he runs, he runs. He's just kind of like a little sheep right now. Doesn't want to be left behind.
So eventually you get to the castle and the large, heavy metal southern gate is closed.
I got it. I climb it.
We have lenses.
Oh yeah.
Wait, didn't he go back to his compound?
Wait, I know the keyword. Open sesame.
Valentis waves up at a couple of the guards that are standing in the on the ramparts above the gate, and one of them says down, "No entry." And Valentis says, it's me, Valentis." And the guard says, "Sorry." And the gates are shut to you.
Nah, fuck this.
What?
I cast
I can
Sending.
bring one of us over.
How far away are
Maybe
they?
two.
And this is where we'll end our session.
Ah,
One of
Yeah.
you talking about sending, one of you talking about doing something, another of you, yeah, you're all thinking about what to do in this moment. That is the place we will end our session.
Yeah, you better get your tokens ready for next session. I'm about to conjure some animals.
I am about to cast suggestion on them to open the gate
Oh,
if they're within 30 feet.
oh.
We'll find out how it all turns out next time.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
All right. We are moving into checkouts, and I'd like you all to think about the joy that you experienced today as you consider your potential attendance for next Friday. Keep the awesomeness rolling. Let's see, something you enjoyed about the session. Something you enjoyed that another player did. What's something different to throw in the mix? Who has inspiration right now? Raise your hand if you have inspiration. One. Okay. We'll do an inspiration vote, but it has to be separate from the thing that another player did.
Oh, really?
The inspiration vote for one of the three people that doesn't have it.
Secretly, I always do that, so I try and get as many people as possible.
All right. Well, you are a bringer together of people, a podcast hoster, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. So something you enjoyed about this. Okay. Well, Crash, you're up, Eve.
God, okay. I liked all of the character acting. It felt like it was a good session for role play, good session for people being in the moment. I feel like Miki had some bangers. I feel like Crash got really scared and had to be smart for a second. I liked that Baznik was playing to the character, feeling the moment. I liked Kaz helping. I don't know. Felt good all around. Um, the horse speech was perfect. That's my other player thing. It was both genuinely convincing and very horsey. And I think we win the Elenia Toth campaigns for being the most horse themed. And that's good for us.
Definitely.
I don't know if that's good.
I
Get
got
a horse trophy.
Yeah. And my vote goes to Miki for getting through the harsh questioning with me. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Trevor, you're up.
Something I enjoyed about the session, even though I didn't have a lot to do, I just thoroughly enjoyed just sitting back and watching Nikki and Crash just talk. I love just talking sessions, but that's all this was. So I really enjoyed that. Something I enjoyed that another player did. Crash, you surprised the fuck out of me. You did speak out a turn once. I like how you implemented it into your character. You were like just going like shell shock and just going robot mode. Inspiration vote, Miki, because you knew what you were saying. You had a plan, and we could have done it without you. To be honest,
Yeah, bro.
even though you rolled a natural one, we would have failed way before that
Mm.
without you. So my inspiration vote goes to
Yes, and this scenario is failable. It has been failed before.
We
But
failed by 1 vote in my last one.
Oh, God.
And if I just risked my Tides of Chaos on like the audience votes, we would have gone it.
Dude,
but
that's insane.
what if you fireballed the audience?
Exactly, but at the same time, I could have made a fucking frumple or whatever pop up, or like bubbles, or like just music happen.
Oh,
So
I was ready to tidal wave the entire audience.
You got all the nobles in Elenia Toth in one place. It's a great time to kill them
Look
all.
at me. Look at me.
exactly.
I am the captain now.
I am the captain now. Look at
That quote will stay forever in my head.
him.
All right. All right, Alex, go ahead.
Yes, I very much enjoyed this session. I liked I in terms of you, I very much liked the characters. I liked uh the subtle differences in some of the questions, and I liked the whole like Miki getting paralyzed and all that, and like that conflicting memory. I wasn't expecting that, and I very much enjoyed that. I liked Basnick's little horse speech, and like Kaz and Basnick's like little side comments throughout the whole little thing, being just like, "Oh man, look at Crash, look at that." But I very much enjoyed Crash stepping up to the plate and doing her little speeches, and being I very much liked our little foil of like Miki sweating buckets and being very nervous of fucking this up, and Crash going the opposite end of just being Stonewall. I very much enjoyed that foil. So my inspiration would go to Crash.
All right. Good stuff. Zach?
Uh, I, bro, I really like this session. I like talking sessions too. Like Trevor said, and it was a banger. I like all the like the good rolls, and then that one just natural one, and the person with the most, the best characteristics, charisma. It was amazing all around. I really like the characters. Like my favorite and all that. It's got to be Finnable. The he was by far my favorite. I hope we're friends someday. And bro, it was really nice. And I was really surprised that Crash and Mickey just like actually having really, really good dialogues, not just like good roles, but good like defenses and explanations too that really made sense. It was really cool. And bro, Trevor, you blew my mind with that horse thing at the very end. I did not expect it. It was just it was the like little salt thing. I loved it.
I had to do something.
I could tell you had the will and the way for it. Uh, my inspiration vote, you know, it has to go to Crash because I want this to be even tie. I want it the last vote.
Jake, you have to be the tiebreaker.
Yeah, Jake,
Yep.
decide.
It's gonna be the dice, though.
Yeah, that's how it
Oh,
goes.
Ah,
let's go.
I'll do it publicly. Even for Alex, odd for Eve. Alex.
Let's go.
Uh, Miki has the inspo. So right now, Kaz and Miki have inspo, and yeah, I've run this courtroom scenario a few times in my day, and I really liked all of your speeches, y'all. Crash was not extremely verbose with her speeches, but was um very to the point and making good points while doing it. And Miki was a little bit more spinning webs of words, and definitely the argument MVP. Um, although the natural one really undermined the good argument that you had there.
What would have been the DC for that? That's gonna kill me. Because I feel like that was my best speech.
I'm going to guess like 12 because Sherry had that doubt in her and stuff, and she was like,
Yeah,
That'd
you
be my
had the
guess.
seed of doubt, and the words went over really well. But you know what? No DC can beat a nat one.
Mm.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Well,
I liked doing all those speeches with trying to keep Crash's character in mind. Like, I didn't want her to get too fanciful. It was still her. It was
Mm.
like, how can I squeeze her opinions into what would make sense for nobles? Like, oh, I'm trying to make things better for people. It's good to remove bad leaders. Like, simple
I,
things. We can
yeah, I thought
agree.
it was very like on brand for you because it almost went like robotic answers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I very
yeah.
much like that.
very
And
direct.
Yeah, and I definitely noticed, Eve, that you were like, what would Crash really do and really say? And if Crash was gonna fuck it up, you would have let Crash fuck it up.
The
Oh,
scary part was knowing the like, oh, who do you think deserves to be the leader question or whatever, where I'm like, Crash can't lie. Like, she can't personally lie. She doesn't think anyone deserves the crown. So her genuine response would have not been good.
Yeah, and Trevor, I thought like I was thinking like three-quarters of the way through the answers, like Trevor's bored out of his mind because he can't even add the help action anymore. So then when you had that like stunning conclusion speech, I was like, oh shit, Trevor's
See,
fucking
I
here.
I really wish, like, no offense to like Miki and Crash did fucking amazing, but I would have had so much fun doing that because I love just like thinking on my toes. I thought they were going to ask questions about the dungeon. I was like, I can't answer this.
yeah.
But like bullshitting, I can do it. Like so good, so good. I can do that off the top of my head.
Love to bullshit. And Zach, lots of good role play with Miki and supporting the party and the holding the sweaty hand and providing the support. And I like the medicine check, trying to figure out what's going on with our paralyzed friend. So I'm glad after the holidays to have the group back together again. And I'll see you next week when we figure out which of the 3 or 4 ways you brought up is the actual way that you'll get past the gate. So hold that thought. I'll see you next week.
See you. Thank you
Yeah.
for the fun, y'all.
Thanks, that was so
Good night, guys.
fun. Good night.
Good night.
See y'all next week.
See you
See ya.
next week.